What do a scandal-ridden pastor, a paralyzed vet's mysterious drowning, and a secret beach wedding all have in common?
Oh, just another week in Myrtle Beach, apparently.
This week, we're diving headfirst into the insane story of John Paul Miller and Susie Skinner. We're talking suspicious deaths, reopened FBI investigations, church cover-ups, and a brand new marriage that has the internet screaming, "Run, girl!"
And once we've had our fill of scandal and Southern Gothic chaos, it's time to head to Fiji for equally chaotic season 7 of Love Island USA. Let's just say if emotional immaturity were a sport, half of these islanders would already have gold medals.
Ain't that the truth? You'll need a cocktail and a support group for this one.
Buckle up, besties. This episode is messy, maddening, and exactly what we live for. Welcome to Crime Cocktails NBS. And everyone heard my dogs in the background because they are being loud as fuck.
Can't hear them.
That's great. They're just shaking up a storm. But anyway, welcome again to another episode of Crime Cocktails MBS. I'm Alex. That's Kajsa. And we are, I don't know. I got a bag chip in my hair because I can't hold it back any other way right now.
No, we're just making it happen today.
It was 90 here. It's 72 in Oceanside, California. I don't know how that works.
I know, what the heck?
It doesn't make sense.
So for the heat wave, we have a lovely cocktail to cool you down. Does that work? Or heat it up, actually. It does both.
You can heat
This
it
is
up.
the this is the Casa Amor chaos.
Nice.
So it's a dangerously flirty Love Island inspired cocktail that's sweet, spicy, and ready to turn heads or hearts. Do you love it?
I don't know if you understand how much joy these taglines are giving me that you've made for all these cocktails. It honestly is like I look
It had to
forward to them
happen.
now.
Yeah, it had to happen.
So
This is this is tequila, cherry juice, lime juice, coconut cream. I'm really onto coconut cream cocktails lately. Jalapeno slice, prosecco or club soda to top, and it has pink gummy bears, mint sprig, a dried pineapple wedge, and a jalapeno slice.
also
So
very
a
into
lot
like
going on.
candy garnish lately.
I know.
I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it's been like a lot of candy.
I love the candy garnishes.
I love candy, period.
Yeah, it's like a little snack with your cocktail. So, hey. Well, should we dive in?
If you want, I'm also happy just to sit here and chat. I mean, I don't think
Me
that many
too.
people are here, whoever they are. Hello, people.
Let me just start off. Have you ever been to Myrtle Beach?
I think I got dragged there for when my sister was on like a traveling soccer team.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, I had no choice in the matter. I had to go.
Oh, that's fun. We went for like, we took a road trip, I think, there, and our hotel had a fire and we had to evacuate the fire, like the hotel in the middle of the night, and it was really scary.
I feel like you guys, and tell me if I'm wrong, you guys seem like a very like road trippy family.
Yeah, we had a lot of like really intense long road trips, like to the mountains in
Wisconsin.
Tennessee. So, yeah.
Oh,
Very strange. We had a lot of car breakdowns. Anyway,
I didn't do
let's
any
talk
road
about.
trips until college.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like the farthest we'd go was like the 3 hours to New Hampshire.
That's still
Like
like
I
a
think I
little
went to
road
Maine.
trip.
I remember going to Maine once and it was like 8 hours, but that's all I remember. Like we went other times, but that's it.
They're an adventure, that's for sure.
There's something.
Lots of fights with siblings in the back seat.
Yeah, we did that enough.
It's probably smart of your parents not to do road trips, honestly.
I think it was more about them not being able to be in a confined space for longer than an hour.
Oh, that's funny.
You know what else is
Oh,
not funny?
hmm.
This weird murder thingy going on that we're gonna talk
This is
about next.
crazy. Okay, Alex sent me this, so
Okay,
I'm
actually,
excited.
shout out to our listener slash my best friend, Monica, who sent this to us.
Go, Monica.
Yes, she actually sent us the Instagram post about
Okay,
this
okay. Yeah,
double
it's
murder
really
thing.
good.
So thanks, Mon.
Mon. So this is about JP and Suzie. I can start at the very beginning.
The sound of music popped in my head. I'm so sorry. It just
I know.
happened.
Wait, okay, I'll give a little recap first. So JP Miller, a pastor at Solid Rock Church,
Red
which
flag
is
number
like,
one.
yeah, it's definitely like a mega church, right? In Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, has become the focus of public scrutiny following the suspicious deaths of two spouses, his own late wife, Micah Miller, and the late husband of his new wife, Susie Skinner. Here's a chronological breakdown of the facts. So, Micah was born in 1994. At age 15 in 2009, she joined a youth group led by JP Miller, our guy.
Not creepy or anything.
He was 30 at the time.
Yeah, creepy. And she was 15.
15
I'm also acting like I
and
don't know these things, but
he was already married.
didn't we
Okay.
just talk about age gap? Like,
Yeah, we did. We talked, yeah.
there's
Like,
healthy age gaps. And then
I mean,
there's meeting your future wife when she's 15 and you're 30.
that's gross,
It's gross.
man. That's gross. JP began grooming Micah, according to a lot of the church members, during her teenage years, with witnesses reporting inappropriate attention long before JP's divorce was finalized. In October 2015, JP finally divorced his wife, but he had been canoodling with Micah the whole time. Is it
Canoodling.
Micah? Is that how you say it? I think, whatever.
It
Within
sounds beautiful.
Within a month, he and Micah began dating right after they got divorced. So,
Ooh.
red flag number, what, five are we at? I don't know where we're at right now,
The
but
red flags on this one are limit. The limit does not exist.
the limit
Okay.
does not exist. The next year, JP had taken over the leadership position at Solid Rock Ministries. In November 2017, JP and Micah married. He was 38 and she was 23. So creepy that a lot of the church members were saying that he groomed her. It shows that there wasn't much respect for him, obviously, at the church, at least.
Well, I don't know how you could respect someone like that, to be honest.
Super creepy. Do you want to talk about Susie
Miss
and her
Susie, who
husband?
had
Yeah.
a steamboat? Yeah, no props.
Sat upon her and broke her.
Before we started recording, I told Kajsa that this whole researching this topic all week had that like clap hand game in my head. And I had to like look up what the actual words were because I forgot half of them. So many
Yes.
different versions though, so I think it must be like a regional thing. I don't know.
Yeah, I want to hear all the different versions at some point.
That
So,
is another time. Anyway, so Micah's death launched this case to the national spotlight because Micah Miller, when she was 30, filed for divorce from Pastor JP Miller just 48 hours before her body was found with a gunshot wound in a state park. This is back in April of 2024. JP publicly announced her death during a sermon, which is just creepy. And then a bunch of accusations came out from her family saying that there was a lot of emotional abuse, tracking her with GPS, and religious manipulation. Despite a suicide ruling, the FBI launched a parallel investigation and raided JP's home in November of 2024.
yeah, like her tires were slashed. She was being followed. There were multiple, like you said, tracking devices put on her car, three separate occasions. She had video documenting her experiences. Like this was all very obvious. It was not okay, you know?
Yeah, also, I find the whole like religious manipulation part so fascinating because
Yeah.
it's true what you said. Like he was able to groom her, which I think is also the perfect word for this situation
Hmm.
during when she was 15 in a church setting.
Yeah. So, like you said, she was found with a gunshot wound to the head, but she had separated from JP 2 days before this.
Mhm.
So sketchy.
Yeah, she filed for divorce 48 hours before she was found, which is crazy
Sketchy.
town, USA.
So Fun fact, JP was not the one to report her missing. Her sister did. After her death, he talked about the death in the sermon and talked about her mental illness. Like he was very much trying to like push that as the narrative. Everyone in her family said that there was no sign of depression, which often there isn't, but like they did not think she was suicidal weeks leading up to this. He said he was like on a trip, some like church related trip, I think. There are no witnesses, so I don't know.
Shocking. Liar making up lies. So weird. You want to dive into Susie before we go into this ratchet Bonnie and Clyde situation?
Yeah. JP married Suzie Skinner June 1st, 2025, in a small beachfront ceremony in Myrtle Beach. There was extra security present at the wedding because they got married so quickly, just over a year after Micah's death. And also because the woman he chose to marry was also involved with a death.
Chris, your face. Yeah. Poor Chris.
Chris. Do you have
I
info
do.
about
I
Chris?
got you. So Chris Skinner was a paralyzed army vet, motivational speaker, and Susie's husband. He mysteriously drowned in their backyard pool in 2021. Initially, it was ruled an accident until new affidavits alleged he confronted JP about an affair just 2 weeks before his death. In 2025, the Horry, that's a name for a county, Horry County coroner reopened the case, and the FBI is now involved, with so many theories exploding online due to missing autopsy photos, inconsistencies in the scene, and a new police body cam release.
The church finances were a huge red flag for the FBI, so they're diving into that.
Yeah, but like you were saying, like JP and Susie started dating publicly in January of 2025, per his own admission, which was just 8 months after Micah's death and 3 years after Chris's. And Susie also had twins with Chris and was publicly grieving until late 2024. And Micah's family and Chris's sister have publicly questioned the relationship's timeline and motives, obviously, with Chris confronting JP back in 2021 before his death.
So sketchy.
They're so sketchy.
These two have been dubbed the killer couple.
They're just ratchet ass Bonnie and Clyde wannabe types.
Yeah.
Like,
That's a great summary of what they are. So, a lot of people online are drawing comparisons to the infamous true crime duos. Suzie has remained silent aside from saying, I do.
that is not in your notes.
It is. Two dead spouses, one marriage, public demanding answers. It's all over TikTok, all over social media. There have been no formal charges from the FBI yet, but there has been continuous investigation into JP. So
Yeah,
we'll
because
see
he
what
has a
happens.
ton of scandals, this dude,
Yeah.
including he's facing two sexual assault lawsuits, one from a
Mhm.
woman who claims he raped her in 1998 when she was 15 and again in 2023. His ex-wife and others allege a pattern of grooming and control, which is obvious, including underage girls. He also filed a counter defamation suit against that one. His church, Solid Rock, collapsed under pressure, with membership plummeting, property selling off, and protests breaking out. And he was also arrested in November of 2024 for assaulting a protester at the church.
A protester calling out the sketchiness of the
Yeah.
murders or the deaths. Yeah.
Well, and
So,
Chris's case is still open,
yeah.
saying that there's so much more to uncover. And the sexual assault lawsuits are pending and may go to trial. They're just kind of like sitting ducks right now, kind of waiting for what's coming next. And the internet is doing what the internet does in 2025 and is doing all the detective work themselves.
Yeah. I'm so excited to see what comes out. I mean, what a crazy thing.
Thank you, Monica. This is a great topic. We're gonna have to uh
Circle back.
yeah, see, I didn't want to say circle back.
I
It's
know.
so
Ew. So corporate.
corporate.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to circle back on that one at a later date. Let's review that back in Q4. Okay, thanks.
Watch, we get a conclusion in Q4.
Yeah, I think we should definitely wrap this project up by mid Q4. So let's look at sometime in November. I have no segue. Love Island? Yeah.
Speaking of love,
Speaking of love and
love in all the wrong
toxicity,
places.
Yes,
There we go.
finding love in the wrong places. You're the segue queen today.
Yes.
Thank God for you. I'd be lost.
You're welcome. Uh,
Love Island. Holy shit balls.
should I bring in Dane?
He's ready. Guys, it's finally happening. Dane is joining us on the podcast. Insert applause here, which is honestly a note to myself. So that's fine.
Said bring a chair.
Before Dane joins us, let's I don't know. Let's chat Love Island. Obviously, we're on season 7. It is blown up. I feel like last year, at least for USA, is the first time it really like kind of took off.
Yeah, and I watched it, but you were not into it until this year. You were like, no, I don't want to lose brain cells, which I fully understand. It is a stupid show.
It's not even just and I've explained this before when we've talked about like dating shows. I get
Yeah.
such secondhand embarrassment, secondhand anxiety, secondhand cringe factor watching these things. So I have had to like physically walk out of a room before because like The Bachelor or The Bachelorette's on, which I mean, we're going to be watching.
I don't like that makes me cringy
It
too.
makes me cringe.
So it's like a weird dating show, right? Because they like it's all about this weird like sexy videos and it's about promoting them,
But it's happening
each of
in real
them.
time, which is just freaking me out too.
Right. Right. Like they're there right now.
Yeah.
And then also like necessarily finding love, but they like partner up to stay on the show to get airtime. So
Okay.
like that's the part of it.
We
That's
talk about how I personally, as a single person myself, do not appreciate the you are now single and vulnerable.
there's so much wrong with this show.
It's like, am
Honestly,
I
with
about
the
to be like taken down because like, are you gonna put me out to pasture because I'm single? Like, which I get
yeah,
it, they get voted off essentially if they don't get put in a couple. But I'm like, could you imagine if that was real life? Like,
it's like simultaneously very feminist and also just like the least feminist show ever.
so I was watching a TikTok and someone was saying like this is the such a great example of what the male loneliness epidemic is.
Yeah, so true.
Because like you have there's so many things. So you have like that perspective, then you have like these guys doing essentially the bare minimum, thinking it's princess treatment.
Yeah,
And
eating breakfast.
yeah,
Like,
it was so funny because I'm watching it with my sister, and I think Taylor said he like put his like cologne or something like on the bed or like her perfume on the bed to like make it smell nice. And I just went, "Oh, that's nice." And my sister goes, "That's not nice. That's stupid. That's bare minimum shit. What are you talking about?" I'm like, "This is the problem with dating these days. It's like when it's like bare minimum is now what's considered wonderful. The bar is literally
mhm.
underground."
It really is. It really is. And like, why aren't there? I always joke with Dane. I'm like, what if the hot new bombshell walks in and it's like a not conventionally hot person? It's just like an uggo coming out. Like,
Well, so there's so many TikToks now of just
it would be so funny.
normal people, I guess, if we, I don't know, like
And normal.
normal, I don't know, someone who hasn't had a BBL done, like
Right.
walking in their apartment being like trying, like practicing my walk in when I get to be in like a normal bombshell walking, when they have to like result to having like normal people go on the show.
Just like the most shallow show ever. And like when what's his face got one zit, it was like the whole internet exploded over his zit.
Wait,
And like,
I'm gonna ask you this question that I've been asking everyone who watches the show. What is a hibachi breakfast?
yeah,
Can someone explain to
no
me
one
what a
knows.
hibachi breakfast is? Is it just that he was trying to crack the egg on the spatula, like on the side, and thought it was gonna like go well?
Yeah, I guess so. Or like cooking a bunch of veggies. I don't know. I have no idea.
I didn't
No,
see an onion train. I didn't see a fried rice heart pumping.
right,
I didn't see a shrimp tail get flicked into the air.
right.
Bullshit.
Not
Not
enough
a
skills.
hibachi breakfast. That was a bullshit thing to call it.
I thought it was funny that the Jeremiah made like pancakes that were not
That
cooked
were
fully.
raw.
That's my Dane always says,
That's you.
Dane, come here. You're joining us now.
We're actually talking about you, so this is perfect. Dane, welcome.
Are you,
Hi.
is that gonna work?
What?
Take off
No,
your
he's
hat.
fine if he wants to keep it on.
Okay.
Leave him alone. He just got here.
This is Dane.
Yay! We've been asking for you all season.
We were talking about the pancakes Jeremiah made and how I make
Oh yeah.
what?
That was my first thought when it happened. She was all complaining about them being uncooked in the middle, and I was like, this is Kajsa's perfect match.
I like them
The
like
first time she ever made me pancakes, she brought them to me and she goes, I hope you like them raw in the middle because that's the way I make them.
Oh my God, dude. Hell.
I like them a little mushy, okay?
Okay, well, there's a difference between like mushy and it's like you cut it open and it runs out.
I know, I know. Oh, anyway, we can talk about other Love Island things.
Well, okay, Dane, male perspective on it. What do you, genuine, honest opinion about Love Island?
I don't necessarily know that it's going to be like specifically from a male perspective, right? Like, I love that it's garbage,
Yeah.
right? Like it's this absurd situation in which like these people have to just be fully immersed in this like garbage for weeks on end. And try, like we're watching this, and of course it feels like forever that we've been watching it because we're watching full hour-long episodes every single night, 7 days a week. And it's like, oh, we're 2 weeks
Actually,
in,
6 days.
we've watched more Love Island than like an entire Real Housewives season.
Yeah.
So it seems like forever, but it's like these people have known each other 4 days. You
Yeah.
know, like these bombshells come in, they've been there for 48 hours, and all of a sudden there's someone sobbing over them. And like, I like it. Like, I tried to watch last year with Kajsa and it didn't work because I tried to jump
Mhm.
in the
Oh, you
middle.
can't.
Oh, you
And it's
can't. Yeah.
we have to be in the same like gross, like garbage place that they are. Like if this show wasn't every single night
Yeah.
for sometimes an hour and a half, it wouldn't work because we have to get in that same mindset. So I don't know, it's gross and entertaining and hilarious, and I'm happy I got to start watching from the beginning this year because it's total garbage and I love it.
It is like it's a polished turd.
Yeah.
That's such a yes.
It really
Yeah.
is. Yeah, no, it's crazy because last night I had to pick up my cousin and her friend from the airport, and we were all talking about Love Island in the car, and I was like, "Oh my God, we missed an episode," or like, I missed an episode tonight. What are we gonna do?" She goes, "There wasn't an episode tonight. You're fine." But like, you have that now instilled in you, and I used to make fun of people online, like not trolling them online because I don't that I draw a line. I'll troll them on
Yeah.
here. But like people online being like, it's another summer where I have to decide if I'm going to go out or watch Love Island, and I'm probably going to watch Love Island. And I catch myself now being like, okay, 9 o'clock, where are you? Gotta watch
Love
Love Island. Like,
that.
it's so bad, but it's hot, steaming garbage you can't look away from.
You can't look away. And like they're adding in like the guest celebrities. It's just really good. Like Megan the Stallion, come on.
Is
Like
that not normal? Like, did they not bring people on before?
they every once in a while they would have like a guest host, but it wasn't like
Every
full
episode?
challenges. Yeah, yeah. I feel like that's new.
Who's your favorite to watch, Dane?
Oh, Taylor by far. Like I am so just like obsessed with Taylor. Like the goofy like facial expressions, the side eye, the like just the juxtaposition of all these like beefcake dudes and then this like little scrawny dude like curling 5 pound weights in the back of the gym and like
The working out on that show is so funny.
It is really funny.
I have this theory that like Taylor brought like 35 hats and they're all just like 1 centimeter bigger
Yeah.
You
than
just
the one before. So it's just like by the end of it, he's gonna have this huge hat and we're all just gonna accept that it's normal.
Yeah, because it's not gonna feel any different. It's like, oh yeah, okay.
He's really funny.
He is,
He is super
yeah.
funny.
Who's your favorite?
I think Nick is funny. because he's just so silly and stupid. Like
Yeah,
that
he's
whole
not
scene with him
smart.
and Huda and her being like, I'm a
Mamacita.
mummy. And he's like, mummy?
We say that to each other constantly
I
now.
think everyone is just going around saying that now. But my favorite
Mhm.
part is when you think he finally got it. He's like, a mom to what? A dog? And I'm like, dude, come on. I love that.
That was so good.
Yeah, I was telling Kajsa before this, my degrees of separation from Love Island are super tiny now because my, I guess, like family friend, I've known him since he was a baby. He was in the same frat as Taylor, and they both just graduated together from Tampa. So I saw him the other
Great.
day, and he was like, Alex, your podcast, so great. You're going to talk about Love Island, right? And I'm like, yeah, dude, of course I am. He goes, yeah, talk about TJ. I know him. I was like, oh God.
He's also really funny.
It's just so silly. But I also have to remind myself a lot of the time, everyone on the show is like under 30.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they're
And like
babies.
a lot of them are under 25.
It's really
Like
weird.
things aren't fully developed yet. Like they're just
Yeah.
all being little silly geese with weird perspectives and
Yeah.
weird shit. I mean, like Austin, before he went on his whole thing about like how he was very MAGA before this, like
Hmm.
his Instagram and everything was pretty intense. And then the girl, who was it, Ulissa, like she's not on it anymore because they found out a bunch of, she was like very
She used the
racist.
N-word
Yeah,
on a podcast
multiple times.
and was a diehard Trump supporter. So a lot of people are very upset about that.
Mm.
Yeah.
I love that they just like brushed past that too. It was just like, and
She's
Ulysses no
not.
longer here.
Yeah, she's not
But
here anymore, guys. Sorry. Like,
They were literally like, she's no longer on the island. And they moved past it. It was like, okay.
okay. Can I ask you one theory first
Oh yeah.
that
Oh yeah.
I'm thinking?
Yeah.
So okay, first of all, justice for Jalen.
I know.
He's also the first one of them to hit 1 million followers on TikTok.
Oh really?
Yeah, he like made one and when he got home and he got to 500,000 within like a few hours.
Whoa.
And he like people are crying online because they're like, he went and bought the balloons, he set up the camera, he did all this stuff, just take a photo of himself saying he hit 500,000. And then when he hit 1 million, he took a photo with his grandma.
Oh.
Like he seems just like a
Yeah, he
very
seems really sweet.
solid, wholehearted, like got the passport to go on the show. Like his whole story is so like it warms your heart. I think he's too good for Love Island.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but a theory I've been seeing is that people think Charlie's going to be in Casa Amor because they said to Jalen that he had to leave the island, but they told Charlie that he had to leave the villa.
Oh yeah. So they do that, by the way. They keep them at a house separate and then they throw a bunch of people back in. So
No, that makes a lot of sense. I'm just wondering how strong that theory is, though, and
I
what you
think,
think
yeah.
about that theory, because I've also seen him on like he was on a couple podcasts like this past week.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
kind of like maybe
I
he's
don't
not,
know.
maybe he's not, and everyone just kind of thought that or
What's the lady who got kicked off who's I know is gonna come back?
oh, ballet.
Ballet.
oh yeah,
Bella A, whatever the I think she'll be back and it was Nick, right? Who I think yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, it was Nick and Bella that
I think they're
were
gonna be
a
in
couple.
Casa Amor too. I think something's gonna happen with that. Yeah, what are your predictions for the next couple episodes?
Huda needs to go home.
Yeah.
We didn't
Yeah.
even talk about the Huda of it all. By the way, I
Yeah,
call her
we can do
Huda,
that.
and then I have to check myself because
Same. She said it's like shoulda, coulda, woulda,
well,
coulda.
they shoulda, coulda, woulda sent her home multiple times already.
Right, everyone's so mad about that, but it is like an interesting dynamic though, because she's even when she was saying it was over, she was like trying to get him to kiss her, and like it was
What
so
about
weird.
Taylor literally looks at her and is like, that's it. We saved you. Now you got to like move on,
Yeah,
explore, do your own thing. And not even, I mean, from at least how it's cut, like not even 10 minutes later, she's like, Iris, like, can I come in here and talk to Jeremiah? And then you just see Taylor be like, what the fuck did I vote for?
yeah. I
Like,
mean, it does seem like she's trying to move on now, like after this past episode. I don't know. I don't know.
Did you catch the interaction between Huda and Ace when they were doing the like
yes.
voting thing?
Yeah.
And like she like reaches out for his hand and he goes, "Oh hell no." Like,
That's just like a perfect, I mean, you knew he did it, so like Shelly wouldn't get mad at him. Or
right.
like,
Hmm.
have that be a conversation topic.
Or it was production
That too.
doing it. Like, I don't know, it seemed really weird how that went down. But that
Okay.
shot with Huda crying and then Iris and Jeremiah, it was just so epic.
It's so ridiculous. I think it's just then it gets to the point of like how many times can you save someone who's like it's insanity. It's doing the same thing hoping for a different result.
Hmm.
Right. And is it like good for her with her kid? Like, I don't
Oh,
know. Yeah.
none of it is good for any of them, honestly, but hey, what are you gonna do?
I guess Huda's like baby daddy is speaking out a lot, saying it's really bad for their kid and like they need to start treating her well.
Like, maybe she shouldn't have gone on the show.
Yeah.
But I think that there's going to be some crazy fun backlash from Olandria and Jeremiah accidentally telling people that she had a kid.
Wait, right. I'm waiting for Austin
Oh,
to
oh,
do
I
it.
know. Yeah.
Like, I can't believe it was that. I really thought Austin, because they said it in front of Austin without, and they're like, oh, we all thought everyone knew. And Austin's like, so dumb. He's gonna say
Yeah.
something. Like,
He really
his
he's
dance moves were making me cackle.
I
Mhm.
know his little stick legs, like he definitely skips leg day. It's really funny.
Definitely skips leg day.
It's a Dane line. It's a Dane line. Oh my gosh. It's really, yeah, he's entertaining. Ow.
He is.
Like, I hate that he's entertaining.
Mhm.
Me too. I don't want to like him, but
No. And like I think like okay, so I saw something that was like Amaya sounds like Jenny Slate's character on Big Mouth.
yes. I every time she talks, I go, ah.
Like I feel bad for her because she seems like you can tell she's like not to call her desperate, but like she's desperate to like make a connection with someone. And she
Yeah.
definitely likes Austin way more than he likes her.
Yeah. Yeah, I could tell immediately he was like
But
grossed
she
out by
like
how
kept trying to like hug him and like essentially it looked like she was trying to pounce on him how she
yeah.
was
It was
acting.
bothering.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he was just kind of like, like when he like chose her door or whatever, I was like kind of like, oh, maybe they're finally gonna like kiss and like embrace whatever. And it was just like, oh, he picked me up
And
because you
right.
just did that 10 minutes ago. Cool. Like, all right.
And she's all giddy, like, ah, he likes me. And it's so sad. And then they flash to him like, I am not into her at all.
Yeah, no, again, this is just the bar being set
I can't wait.
underground and her just being like, I need something, like, I need someone, I need something. So if he's showing like minimal interest, she'd be like, great, someone.
I feel like she came in, she showed like her angst and like crazy.
Yeah.
And then she calmed down and now she's like all emotional. And I feel bad because she's gonna get hurt. But
Already gotten hurt. Like,
yeah. Yeah.
oh,
It's whatever. Love the train wreck. It is.
the hot garbage. I'm going to be calling it that from now on.
Polished turd is really good too. So I have some interesting production stuff.
Yes,
We can
please.
So I didn't know like how it worked, so I did some research. The phones you see on screen are dummy phones provided by production. We did know that. They can't call or text anyone outside the villa, but they receive text from producers prompting them about dates, challenges, or twists. Production can also use the voice of God, is what they call it, which is like an announcement system
Yeah.
throughout the whole house, and then they can like direct things with that. They all do their own makeup, hair, styling like we see. They're not allowed to wear branded clothing. And I know we've talked about this. It's like Zara, Shein, what else? Okay, hot tubs, showers, and pool scenes are carefully choreographed to avoid nudity and unairable footage. So they're like probably reshooting that stuff. The villas are rented and rebuilt every season with new color schemes, neon signs and camera layouts, which is weird because last season it looked exactly the same. So I didn't see much
That
difference.
seems so weird.
Did they have soul ties last season?
Yeah, they had all the same like spots. I mean, okay, also can you imagine being in that set all the time? Like all the plants are plastic. I would go insane.
They're
It's
in
like,
Fiji. Like, they can't have real
yeah.
plants.
It's like so gross and the lighting
They
and
need
like
you two to go down there and do their plans.
It's probably like covering stuff up. Like it's
like
probably like,
cameras and stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
like cheap foam board walls that are
Yeah.
being covered up and like, storage for electrical stuff. Like it seems like it's just like a trick, like a weird like Abercrombie and Fitch like scene that they set up just to cover up all of the shit that they have laying around.
Would not have
Yeah.
thought of that.
Apparently there are up to 80 crew members working behind the scenes. So producers, camera, tech, sound tech, editors, everything.
Damn.
Blenders are never left completely alone, even if someone's having a breakdown and wants to cry alone. They're monitored and supported.
Well, because don't they have like all the like cameras in the house too, like to like Big Brother style to watch them?
Yeah, and the beds and everything are built flush to the floor so no one can like hide under. It's crazy.
What?
It is crazy town. And I know you brought this up, but they like never use the pool. Like,
Yeah.
why?
Isn't that so weird?
It's so
Oh no,
weird. Oh,
I sent you a meme on Instagram that was like,
yeah.
I was on Love Island, I'd be in that pool playing mermaids every day. True
Exactly.
statement.
Exactly. Gosh. Okay, so they are filming nonstop, like we said. Contestants wear mics at all times, even in bed or in the pool. They are not supposed to cover them, and they get called out if they are. The sleep schedules get flipped around due to lighting and filming needs, so they often wake up around midday and film really late at night. It's like a psychological experiment.
Yeah,
Like they are
totally.
being woken up at random times to like film or do challenges, and then like I just can't imagine being around people that much. It's really
Well, I'm just thinking like, what about when they go home? Like you no longer have like 10 other people around you. You no longer have like something strapped to you all the time. You don't have cameras in your face all the time. Like that's got to be
A
so.
lot of them have mental breakdowns when
Yeah,
they leave. There is a therapist that's on, like, available to them at all times. So I think they're required to talk to them once a day.
they should
So that's
be. If not,
interesting. On their, they are only allowed one drink or two per night, and it has to be like beer or wine.
that's just smart.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that is smart. And I guess it used to be different. They could drink, like, get sloppy.
I think it's
So,
on like most reality competition shows because like remember on Drag Race, like the first couple seasons, they were allowed to drink essentially as much as they wanted. And
yeah, and it was
Jujubee
messy.
did her Black Velvet lip sync for her life, and she was wasted. She doesn't remember doing it. Somehow won. Like, but like they used to be able to drink all the time. Bachelor, Bachelorette, they would be able, like, first night, people would get plastered and be like throwing up in bushes.
Yeah, I mean, I want to go back and watch like the first
Hmm.
of this and see the difference. So I was like confused about their day off because I read some places they could like talk to family and stuff, but they have no access from to the outside world at all. No news, no music. They're not allowed to have books. Occasionally get off-camera downtime, but they are not allowed to talk about anything related to the show. And when they have their days off, they're separated by girls and boys into different properties to sleep off campus
Oh,
or whatever.
wow. So they actually get to sleep somewhere else too.
Yeah, because the crew comes in on the day off and cleans everything and like
It's gotta
adjusts
be a
camera
it's
stuff.
gotta
Yeah,
be a doozy of a job.
I know. Yeah.
I don't know if I'd
So,
want to go in there.
right?
Oh no.
Then they like restock their makeup, they like restock food. They're
I
allowed
just
to have
wouldn't want to be on like sheets duty. Like I'm also
I know.
no.
Oh, yuck. Do you think they like make a point and swap out the sheets after they know someone banged? Like,
I think
oh,
they should make a point to switch out the sheets every
daily.
time they're out of there. And also, like, if there's a recoupling and it's a
Ew.
couple, like, change the sheets.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, I'm
Everything's made.
insane. This is where my brain goes. Kajsa wants, I swear she wants to kill me every time it happens.
I remember last season, there were some interviews with people who said they gained a bunch of weight. I guess they're allowed to choose one of their meals and cook it themselves or order whatever they want. And then the rest of them are like catered. So they have like
That
very
makes
set
sense.
meals. So it would be hard to, with these people, I'm sure they're on like strict diets. They're all,
Do you think that's why they're working out like
yeah,
bones all the
yeah,
time?
probably. crazy.
Also, like, what else is there to do?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
apparently not go in the pool, which is
Yeah.
like those mics have to be waterproof, right? Or like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
They are.
I'm
They
sorry.
were mic'd up when they were doing the whatever, the
The milk.
make out
Oh,
on the
that was
lawn
so
and
gross.
like
I
spit milk
almost
in each
threw
other's
up. That
face.
was so
I don't
disgusting.
like milk to begin with.
That was
Never have.
so- I only like it mixed with things, but
Yeah, like
ew.
yeah, but still, it even depends on like what kind of milk. Like I have a thing.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. That looked like skim.
That
It's
looked like
gross.
it'd been sitting out in the sun for two.
Hey, I was like, it's so hot there. Like Paige passed out that day. Like that is boiling hot, rotten milk.
Mm,
It's like you don't
mm.
put milk on ice. Like, I mean, like you don't put ice in your cup when you have milk. Apparently
Ugh.
Brad Pitt does that, but
Oh,
most random fact I know.
didn't you do that?
No, I
Oh,
I used to work at a restaurant that had like these regulars who came in, and they would call like an hour and a half before they come in so that we could take cups of milk and put them in the freezer. So they would be like
Little
starting
slushy,
to freeze.
slushy, milk
milk
slushy.
slushy.
And this was like a nice restaurant.
What the
Like,
This
hell?
back in Wisconsin.
of course it was.
Yeah.
Your mom puts ice in wine.
There is
She
nothing
does.
wrong with that. Leave her alone.
Oh, you do it too?
Absolutely, I do. I need, if I'm drinking white wine, it needs to be crispy. It needs to be so
I get that. I
cold
get white wine. Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
rosé too. I've like a chilled red, which I didn't know was a thing. My sister was like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna have a chill red tonight." I was like, "Okay." Didn't realize who I was talking to here.
I don't think I've kept red wine in the fridge.
Kajsa, you have had chilled red wine. It's one of my favorites.
Well,
My God,
okay.
if Dane, if we had more time to prepare of you coming on, my quick shot section would just been how well do you know your partner?
You know, shit, I don't
We
even
would
know.
have had a whole section just devoted to me grilling you both.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm excited to keep watching Love Island.
Yeah, we got more coming. Cannot wait for more garbage.
But like, how long are the seasons? I don't even remember.
I
When does this go
do a
till?
quick googs. Hold on.
Yeah, Goog that.
We're never saying that again. I don't know where that came from.
Goog it. Ew, ew, ew. Walton Googans.
You keep,
No?
you don't take his name in vain. Apparently, it will conclude mid-July.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
Dane, do you want to stay for quick shots?
Oh God.
sure.
Yes!
You don't have to or slash, I don't
You
know.
don't have, you can stay, you don't have to, you can participate, you don't have to, completely up to you.
Okay,
You know, stay.
I'll stay.
Yes.
Great. This is gonna become everyone make fun of Kajsa time. Love
This is
it.
what, honestly, this is revenge for me for every time she asks me a question that she knows I am internally and externally cringing about. Because she asked me a question that's like, which ex would you want to be stuck on an island with? And I'm like, none of them, but I have to pick one. Like,
It's fun. Should I ask you first then?
yeah, she just picks on me because I'm single and vulnerable, according to Love Island.
You just need a hot bombshell. Who in your life do you low-key think is capable of murder?
You.
Thanks. I
Okay.
feel like I set myself up for that one.
My
But for
sister
real.
low-key could start a cult. You murder. You know a lot of good facts about how to get away with it.
Oh God, I do. I feel like I asked you this last
That's
time.
okay.
What red flag do you find
Oh, you
are you
did.
weirdly attracted? Yeah, I
Yeah.
ask you this last time.
By the way, I forgot my
Think of
answer.
a quick shot question. Think of one.
Not that quick.
Okay. Who's who's someone you hope never finds happiness?
I can think of a few off the top of my head that I don't want to get canceled
You can
for
always
saying.
text me like the real answer.
Oh, you already know my real, I mean, you would probably know 12 of my real answers right now.
Mhm.
I think just based off this episode we're talking about, I would say everyone who voted to keep Huda and send Jalen home.
Mm.
They can all rot in hell for sending that purely
Oh, in hell.
yes, that pure soul home.
Rot in hell. Would you rather your phone get hacked or your group chat leaked? Like, I would say maybe melon throwers.
Honestly, I'd be fine with my group chats being leaked these days.
Yeah,
They're
they're
not
not bad.
bad.
It would be the whole history.
Well, I'm not at the company anymore, so it's fine with me.
Hi, everyone who listens.
They know if they're listening, they know it's not about
I know.
them.
They know. What's the meanest thing you've ever said that you still stand by? These are
Oh my
hard. These are
God. Meanest
toughie.
thing I've ever said that I still stand by?
Mhm.
Probably something that was in that group chat. Uh,
Probably.
something along, no, I was mean, but I don't know if I was like
Deb?
that mean.
Just kidding.
No, for real though. Yeah, I think I said something along the lines of who does she think she is? She doesn't actually know what she's doing. I still stand by that. There's no way that's changed in the year I've been gone.
That was very rated G, but I
Yeah,
liked
there was
it.
a lot. There was probably some other language used in there. And probably like a novel long.
I love it. Okay, what's your favorite candy for summertime?
For summertime, oh, every time I go golfing, I know.
Let's
So
go. A
cool.
lot.
I I I say I act like an asshole, but I do it to take down the patriarchy and the Billionaire Boys Club. That's why I play golf. Uh,
Mhm.
every time I play golf, I get a Diet Coke and a frozen Snickers.
Yes.
Nice.
That sounds so
But I
good.
don't allow myself the frozen Snickers until I like hit one perfectly.
Interesting.
I get I yesterday I hit a drive at 82 miles an hour and 210 yards. It was stunning.
Well, I don't know what that means, but
It went
yay.
really far, really fast.
Okay. Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you for dumbing it down for me.
Dane, you're more than welcome to answer these questions too. Do not feel the pressure. You're not contractually obligated to answer any of these questions,
All right,
but
I'm a
please
good
do if
sport.
you like to. Okay. What's the most useless superpower you'd still brag about having?
I think they're all useful.
Well, just think of something useless.
If I could tell before it happened that someone else's car tire was gonna pop, I'd brag about that.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Next question.
You, by the way, this whole thing can't just be Dane answering questions and you don't answer anything.
Um, art glitter.
I think that's pretty dope, but okay, sure.
I mean, it's a pretty
That was a
cool.
throwaway
I would brag about
response, and I'm gonna let it go. That was that was like your plead the fifth. That's one you can use. That's it.
it. Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
if
Okay.
your sleep paralysis demon could talk, what do you think it'd say to you?
What? I don't know. Stop sweating so much, it would say.
Mine would probably just tell me I need to sleep more.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't sleep very much.
Is okay. I know your profession. Do you drink a ton of coffee?
Yeah, but I limit myself to an extent. Like there's days where I have to drink coffee for work, obviously.
Mhm.
And
And he comes home and he's like, and then
no,
like, I just talk to anyone.
I limit myself based on time. So
Yeah.
I don't allow myself to have caffeine after 2 p.m.
Smart.
So like sometimes that means I have
Do you really?
yeah, sometimes it means I have 3 cups of coffee in a day. Sometimes it means I have 15.
Sure.
That's my dream.
But I'm done by 2.
By the way, everyone should go buy Better Buzz coffee. It's the best.
Well, there we go.
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor. Should be.
Could be. I'm
Could
trying.
be. We're trying. We're gonna tell.
gonna make a cocktail recipe.
Yes, with better buzz. What's the most random object? You're gonna hate me for these questions.
Oh
What's
no.
the most random object you duel someone with if honor was on the line?
What? God.
You're in a duel, like Hamilton style,
Okay.
but you get to pick a random object.
My sister and I used to fight each other with yardsticks a lot. I'll
Yeah.
go with that.
All right, yardsticks are good.
I would do a pool noodle.
I love that too. Guys, these are great. I love it. I just thought like a banana.
Look at some LARPers and get some ideas.
Dude, don't mess with the LARPers. I
Oh, they're
have
cool.
wanted to go to a Renaissance fair, like actually dressed up.
Oh, I've
That's
done that.
dream. You have?
Yeah. And I think it was one in Illinois, or there were a bunch in Wisconsin all the time. We used to go as kids.
Have you
My
watched that
grandpa.
documentary about the Ren Fair in Texas?
No.
Watch it. It's so good.
Should we do Ren Fair crimes?
We should do Ren Fair crimes.
Okay.
Okay. What's the most controversial opinion that shouldn't be controversial?
I always talk about this, but Princess Di was murdered.
I don't think that's that controversial, to be honest, but
It is. It is. Don't you agree?
Yeah. I was just thinking like a totally different direction.
like
Anyway.
what? Like what, Dane?
Oh, I guess it's not that different of a direction because it does involve car accidents.
Oh.
You should have to retake your driver's test.
Oh, I fully agree with that.
Yes,
I don't know, every 10 years.
I agree.
Oh, I'm trying to
That's
think of like
legit.
real ones. Women should get paid 2 times what men get paid.
Women should just get paid.
Blanket across the board.
Yeah.
Across the board because we have to do 10 times more emotional work than everyone else. So there.
You guys can work together on this one if you want. It's a final question.
God.
You're in
Thought that
charge
was
of a
fun.
cult. What's the name? What's the vibe? And what's a very weird rule you have?
Oh God. If I were in a cult, if we had a cult,
If you were in charge of a cult.
I would do the quiet cult and everyone has to be quiet.
Okay.
You would kicked out so fast.
Or like no fans pointed at me is the rule.
So just
Sorry.
chill, quiet vibes with no fans pointing directly at you.
I am neurodivergent. Clearly.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Love it. That's great.
Dane always turns fans towards me and I freak the
You just said you sweat. You're sleep deep,
I
which tell you to
can't- I
stop
can't-
sweating. So maybe there's a reason behind
They
it.
give me headaches if they're pointed at me. I don't know what the hell it
You
is.
get headaches from looking in the
Right.
wrong direction.
I
Like
do.
It's true.
I do.
anytime I'm texting you, 9 times out of 10, you're like, I have a headache.
Yeah, we're gonna laugh about this, but I'm gonna be diagnosed with a brain tumor and like
Why
years.
go there, dude? What the hell?
Sorry, guys.
It's so messed up. Oh,
Have you
Dark
met
sense of
Kajsa?
humor.
She is very...
actually, I've only met her 3 times in person.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
so weird because I feel like I know you so well.
We've been in each other's lives for 4 years, and yet,
We need to visit each other.
yeah.
What the hell?
This sounds like an actually like really shitty friendship.
It's
It's fine.
gonna get better.
I haven't seen my best friend in person in like well over a decade.
That's so sad.
It's sad.
Do you
Why
guys
have they
talk
talked?
though? Should we get rid to this?
They talk all the time.
No, we talk quite a bit.
Oh, so it's just an adult friendship at this point.
And
Yeah.
his name is Alex.
Oh, you tell me about this guy all the time. Yes.
That's true. My name is Alex. We're just like adults, you know? We have full-time jobs. We live
It's
in
hard.
completely different parts of the country. Like, he's a new dad. Like, we don't have time. We can't do what we did when we were 20 and like quit our jobs and meet up for the summer. Like,
No.
so we just
You
talk to each
could.
other.
But
Good.
We could. And we'd lose our house.
it's bad.
Dane, thank you so much for joining today.
Oh, thank you guys for having me.
Would you recommend coming on the podcast?
It was such a pleasure. It's really hot in this room.
Yeah, turn that on.
I'm like
Turn it on.
sweating profusely. Kaisa's camera overheated. Other than
Okay,
other than the fact that it's a literal sauna in here, it was great.
great. Okay, well, I don't want you guys to overheat. So, yes, please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, follow, all the things. Thanks again.
Send us suggestions on what to
Yes,
talk
send
about.
us suggestions. Again, thanks, Monica, for sending this one in. We will
Thanks, Mon.
talk to you next time. Okay, goodbye.